weather. An uncontrollable force. Unlocking life and unleashing chaos. As our planet heats up, the weather is getting more extreme.
Yeah, it's behind us. Go, go, go!
More terrifying.
Oh, the house is going, the house is going!
And even more catastrophic.
Get away from the windows now! Come on!
With incredible self-shot footage.
Oh my God! Please, pray for us.
From the front line of fear.
I just remember thinking this. Are you joking? Is that what was coming at us?
We witness firsthand.
It feels like you're in a war.
The wrath of Mother Nature.
I thought for sure he was going to drown.
There is nothing you can do to stop a wall of flame that's devouring everything it touches. No, 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 no.
From twisted tales of terror.
Unbelievable.
Go!
There was warnings out there, but I underestimated Mother Nature.
Earth-shattering natural disasters.
All we see is like the ocean just coming towards us.
And stories of sheer destruction.
Everything around you that you worked so hard for, just gone.
We meet the people who have stared death in the face.
It's terrifying, absolutely terrifying.
I don't think either of us intended to get hit by the core of the tornado.
And survive the full force of the world's deadliest weather. Coming up, the Bahamas' worst ever natural disaster. Families fight for their lives.
Me and my baby, everyone that stay in the apartment building, we stuck right here. Please pray for us.
In one of the strongest hurricanes on record.
It was just living in the moment of disbelief.
Flash floods in Arizona turn a town into raging rapids.
God! Oh, he can't hold on.
And an elderly man is washed away.
All I could think of is how am I going to tell his kids he drowned in the wash?
And a crumbling glacier is too tempting an attraction for these unprepared kayakers. Hurricanes, one of weather's biggest killers. Even the weakest hurricanes release more energy than a nuclear bomb. And wind like this can decimate brick buildings and drive the ocean onto land. 2019 saw one of the most violent hurricane strikes the world has ever seen. In northern Bahamas is Abaco Island. Most days, for those who live there, it's paradise.
Abaco is a very friendly place. The sand is white, the water is blue. Everything was just perfect before the hurricane hit us.
Gertha Joseph lives in central Abaco with her 4-month-old son. It's September 1st, 2019, and news channels report an incoming hurricane. But it's predicted to be nothing out of the ordinary.
We used to have a hurricane. Hurricane was basically like a bad weather. We just buy groceries, make sure you have groceries in your house, and make sure you have some candles, and stay home and sit it through. Everyone in my apartment building stayed home. We felt safe.
Hurricanes are almost a way of life over in Bahamas.
John and Tishka Slack own a second home on the island, and they too are used to the tropical weather.
We kind of know what to expect. I wrote out Hurricane Irene in 2011 across the street at our neighbor's house. And in 2012, Tishka and I wrote out Sandy in our house.
This hurricane is called Dorian, and John and Tishka will ride it out at a friend's house.
My friend's home's well constructed, concrete block, hurricane windows and doors. I remember my friend showing me that he'd taken a sledgehammer to these doors and windows before they were put in, and he could not break them.
Confident the windows won't smash, the couple have front row seats for the incoming storm. And at dawn are the first serious signs of its arrival.
We could see the wind starting to pick up, the waves in the marina, and the rain. The rain just kept getting worse and worse. And we kept thinking, okay, this is as bad as it's gonna get.
Already the hurricane is stronger than people expected. Gertha is home alone with her baby Jalen.
Me and Jaden just laying on the bed, and I'm looking at the roof, and I noticed that the roof is shaking. I'm like, hold on, maybe I'm just imagining that the roof is moving. And I noticed a lot of rain in my room, and I noticed the door shaking, and I noticed from the rain outside is coming through the door.
This is my bedroom. That's from outside. Water is actually coming in here.
I noticed the walls is moving.
Can you hear it? Look at the walls. You don't see the walls moving? Look. The walls is shaking, even the roof.
Also on Abaco is hurricane chaser Josh Morgaman. He films from the local designated storm shelter.
It looked to me like a safe place to be. Just the number of buildings, how close they were together, the fact that they were concrete. I felt really secure. I felt like this is a safe place. I could ride out any hurricane here, or so I thought.
Josh monitors air pressure, which gives an alarming forecast.
The wind is ripping really hard, but the scary thing is we have like another almost 40 millibars to lose. I think the wind's gonna get worse.
Whoa. Did that tree just blow away? Just whole half of it just blew away.
Josh's grim prediction proves correct, and John and Tishka's marina view is now a terrifying sight.
We were watching TV, we were listening to the Weather Channel, listening to all the people around the world reporting about this hurricane.
News bulletins say Dorian's offshore winds have exploded in force. They are now an almost unprecedented 185 miles per hour and heading directly for Abaco.
We couldn't leave. We were stuck there.
It doesn't always require 200-mile-per-hour winds to destroy a building. Sometimes even the smallest weather events can cause someone's safe haven to come crashing to the ground. In Vietnam, heavy rains take their toll on the Nam Rong River, eroding its banks and one family's waterfront condo. Tropical cyclone Amphan batters East India with 100-mile-per-hour winds. This gale would be no match for concrete, but this man's shelter is like sheets to the wind. And sadly, his home was lost to the storm. The owners of this home in New Jersey could be forgiven for believing they have a poltergeist, until a whirlwind whips up and it's clear a tornado's gatecrashed their backyard. The phantom trespasser trashed neighboring properties before disappearing. Alaska, home to the Spencer Glacier. In the last 50 years, temperatures this far north have risen 4 degrees. So this remote river of ice recedes by almost a foot a day. and falling ice makes it treacherous territory. Touring the area are friends Josh Bastier and Andrew Hooper.
We became quick friends, you know, obviously living a very similar lifestyle. We have a lot in common.
And we both share the joy of not only traveling, but just sharing those like-minded views of, you know, life, the freedom, both enjoying adventuring.
August 10th, 2019. And Josh and Andrew plan a canoe trip to see the glacier.
We came from Texas, obviously. There's not a lot of glaciers in Texas, and that's what spurred this whole thing.
Spencer Glacier Trailhead. Josh in front, leading the pack.
Spencer Glacier is notoriously remote.
Josh, we've almost made it. Almost. Look, it's right there. That's some pretty cool stuff.
Out here, the men have no phone signal, and in case of emergency, no way of calling for help.
Andrew's just finishing up airing up his kayak.
The kayak I had, we just found cheap inflatable ones. I think it was about $70, and thought, you know what, let's try these.
You know, they weren't the best. It was kind of entry level, get you out there, and that was really all we had whenever we decided to do this glacier trip, and so we made it work.
Just about to launch the kayaks.
Our inflatable kayaks are not made for speed, neither are us, and so it took a while to get out there, but that was okay because you're looking around, you know, it's eerily quiet, you have the mountains, it's just absolutely gorgeous there.
This is beautiful. I am so glad we did this trip.
And the evidence of the crumbling glacier is all around them.
There was, I don't know, 30 or 40 floating icebergs from the glacier that were floating in that lake area. And we were, you know, just paddling around them. It was eerily quiet.
Wow. And we're gonna see how close we can get to some of these really big ones. Look at this. Oh, better make sure I don't hit the iceberg. There we go. We don't need to pop a hole in this thing.
I've kayaked, I believe, 3 times now in my life.
I've done canoeing in Texas lakes and fishing from there, but nothing this, you know, extreme per se.
Despite their lack of experience and suitable equipment, the men make their way to the glacier.
As we were paddling and we got much closer to the actual glacier itself, it's amazing how huge it is.
The wife said, don't go near it.
The wife and the kids, they both reiterated to us several times not to get too close to the glacier, and that's echoed in my mind several times now after that particular event's occurred.
The 40-foot ice wall is extremely dangerous. Rules say visitors must maintain a safe distance.
Sneaking up on the glacier here. Hey, take a picture. Snap a picture.
We kind of explored inside some caverns we probably should not have gone into.
Way closer than Nicole would appreciate. You don't like it? Dude, this is spooky.
The men are barely 10 feet from the ice when they hear something nearby.
It just made a really loud noise.
We started hearing cracking and loud bang.
Man.
We were very impressed with the sound, so much so that we felt that we had to go and check it out.
We keep hearing calving happening, big splashes, and it sounds like a gunshot going off. We're gonna try to get over to where we think it's happening.
Instead of paddling to safety, the pair skirt the edge of the crumbling glacier.
I was excited. I didn't have any fear at that point. Very curious to see what it is, you know.
Our adrenaline was going, and we were ignorant to the fact of the raw power of this glacier.
300 feet away, the men find a massive arch of ice.
It looks like that's where it just happened. All this fresh crap.
It dawned on me at that point that that must be exactly where all these noises were coming from, seeing all the fresh debris in the water.
Oh, this thing is totally collapsing. Oh my God, this thing's gonna go, and we're gonna see it.
We're looking at this particular bridge, and you'd hear a crack, and then a small piece of ice would fall, maybe about the size of a baseball. And then one probably the size of a Volkswagen Bug fell and hit the water.
Oh! Yes! Do not go under that bridge. We got some waves from that splash.
We did paddle back a little bit away from it just because it was really loud and intense. And at that point in time, it was too late.
Look at those cracks are getting bigger. It's just popping and buckling.
It's kind of like a car wreck. You can't look away, you don't know what's gonna happen type thing.
Oh, wow.
The rest was history.
Man, when that whole thing goes, oh, here we go. Oh.
As soon as the ice hit the water, it was just this massive spray of water and ice. It was crazy, and we were just soaked instantly, and then all of a sudden a wave started to form. And it was about all we could do but get turned around and start paddling away as fast as we could.
Oh my God! Look at that thing! Oh my God! Dude!
Josh and Andrew experienced firsthand that glaciers can turn from delightful to deadly in the blink of an eye.
Oh my God!
As it fell, it was slow motion. Seeing this fall and then the spray from all that ice hitting the water surface.
There was a time where I thought, you know what, my life could be in danger here. We're in super cheap inflatable kayaks. I'm by no means an expert. The water's near freezing temperatures. We don't have life preservers on. I realized that, if this kayak tips over, that definitely could be the end of it for me.
If the resulting wave had capsized them, there would be no one around to help.
We paddled as fast as we could and as hard as we could to get away from it.
Oh my God! We're lucky to be alive right now.
All right, so y'all just saw that. We survived, but that was insane. We are soaking wet. Yeah, we're soaking wet.
Josh and Andrew defied safety precautions and only just avoided disaster in the wilderness.
Holy cow.
Unreal. Unreal.
Were we unprepared? Absolutely. Did we handle it poorly? Yes. We were definitely not handling it the safe way. We were very ignorant to it.
I was legit scared for us.
The power of nature is very real and needs to be heeded with caution.
In the Bahamas, residents battened down the hatches for the arrival of the Atlantic's strongest hurricane in almost 100 years.
And as the winds got higher, the palm trees, they were almost horizontal. It was just a sight to behold.
185-mile-an-hour winds tear through the island's towns. Josh Morgaman films from a local storm bunker.
When the storm peaked, everything just turned white. All you could see was just basically looked like energy outside the window, just pure energy. The windows facing the wind, the boards started to come off. And if they came off and those cyclone shutters caved in, the room was going to be a shooting gallery of flying debris. And then all of a sudden, like confetti, just a million pieces of paper just blew by the window. That spooked us because we knew that happened because some part of the building had blown open and the building was starting to have damage.
With the storm bunker buckling, other buildings don't stand a chance. But storm chaser Josh knows wind isn't the only threat.
One of the things I noticed was how low-lying the town was. Much of it was barely above sea level, and I knew that was going to be a problem with the storm surge.
When hurricanes churn up the ocean, they can forge flash floods called storm surge.
As we were watching the surge rise, and as the waves were hitting the window, I think we were all in disbelief.
Almost 200-mile-per-hour winds heave the sea upwards, engulfing Titchka Slack's waterside shelter.
I kept telling myself, okay, we are 8 feet above sea level, and they say the surge could be 15 to 20 feet. And I'm thinking, surely it's got to stop. I kept thinking, it's surreal. It's like I was in a fishbowl.
And one of the house's hurricane-proof windows proves no match for these explosive winds.
Uh-oh, lots of window. Got a window down.
I looked up, the water's starting to come in, the wind is in.
Rain jets through the window, and the sea floods through the doors. John and Tishka's safe haven is in deadly disarray.
We were all trying to get out of this water, and oh my, the water just kept rising.
It was just living in the moment of disbelief and realizing there was going to be nothing we could do except try to make it through safely. "30 miles south, flooding outside Gertha Joseph's apartment reaches biblical proportions.
When we got to the stair, all we see is like the ocean just coming towards us.
Seawater swallows ground floors and continues to rise.
While we standing there, the roof just started coming down.
As Gertha's shelter disintegrates, she and her baby have nowhere to hide.
Please pray for us. Please pray for us, everyone. Please pray for us.
I'm freaking out. I'm crying. And I'm looking at my baby.
Me and my baby, everyone that stay in the apartment building, we stuck right here. Please pray for us. I'm asking y'all, please.
The apartment block is no longer safe. Everyone must relocate.
My next door neighbor from apartment 10, he noticed that this house that's standing on top of the hill, and that's the only house standing with a roof on it. So he said, I'm a swimmer, I'm a diver, so I'm gonna go ahead and swim across. He took his son and he jumped in that water. We don't know where he went at, him and his son. That wave was coming so hard. 1 minute he was dead and he was gone. And I'm like, if I have to die like that, I'm not gonna die like that.
Pray for Abigail, please. I'm begging y'all. My baby's only 4 months old, please. Pray for us. I'm begging y'all, pray for us.
Flash floods can strike anywhere, even in the hottest places on Earth. Apache Junction, Arizona hasn't seen flash flooding in over 20 years.
On average, the weather is really nice. If you want to have a cookout, you can do it.
83-year-old Daniel Abbott and his wife Karen have lived in Apache Junction for 24 years.
It's just a great town. I just like living here. I'm never leaving.
We've had some flooding in Apache Junction, but no flash floods, nothing like this past storm.
During the hottest summers, temperatures can reach nearly 50 degrees Celsius, scorching the earth so the ground can't absorb water, threatening to cause deadly flash flooding. September 23rd, 2019, and authorities issue a weather warning.
It didn't seem like anything above the normal that had fallen that morning. It just seemed like the regular, you know, maybe an inch of rain. I don't even know if it was that much that morning.
By mid-morning, conditions change dramatically. Storm drains are swamped, and properties start to flood. But it's no longer raining.
By then, the water was probably ankle deep, but the rain had stopped.
But the worst is yet to come. An avalanche of rainwater cascades down nearby mountains, headed directly for town. One resident films as her garden is engulfed by a torrent of water.
All the way down to our gate. We can't get out of the driveway right now.
Daniel and Karen are fixing their garden fence when they are struck by a huge deluge of water.
I just happened to glance behind me and saw that wave come up over the fence. I got pinned against the fence.
Daniel clings to the fence, but the torrent knocks Karen off her feet.
It's kind of like that wave that comes up at the ocean and hits you, but it's a continuous wave. It doesn't just hit you and leave. You're in it for the long haul.
He's out there. The road's completely flooded. Karen got washed away, but...
I thought she drowned because I never saw her again. I felt terrible because I couldn't do anything about what was happening to her. I was more concerned about her than I was about myself.
Further down the road, a neighbor hauls Karen to safety, but her 83-year-old husband hangs on for dear life.
I was rescued. Daniel was still on the fence, and I kept telling the neighbor, I said, the fence is gonna go, the fence is gonna go, and he's gonna drown. And I tried to get to him, but she held me back because I had damaged my knee, so I couldn't get to him. She said, you're gonna drown too if you go, so she held me back.
Karen's neighbor calls the emergency services, who make to the scene.
The fence is almost gone. There he is. Gonna rescue him with a bucket.
But with time running out, neighbors must improvise with what they have.
This fence is about ready to go. And when it does, the husband is probably not going to be in very good position.
But before the crane reaches Daniel, he is taken by the deluge.
It was that strong. I'm hanging on, and it forced me to leave go of that fence.
Oh, he can't hold on. God! He's gone. Oh, God. He's gone.
I couldn't grab a hold of anything. The water was so fierce. I mean, I was hanging on to the fence when it drove me off the fence, so I couldn't hold on anymore.
I don't know where he is. I think they've lost our neighbor. Oh, I wish I could have gotten out there, Father. I tried. I don't know where he is.
I didn't have time to feel bad or anything. I was just trying to survive.
Yeah, I thought for sure he was gonna drown. That's what I told her, he's gonna drown. And all I could think of is, how am I gonna tell his kids he drowned in the wash?
The first emergency responder on scene is Police Officer Cameron Kellogg.
He's going, yeah, he's far. Yeah, he's gonna go. When I arrived on scene, my first thing was just to try and find Daniel and just get eyes on. I realized that his life was in grave danger. Obviously, the speed of the rapids were gonna keep him under.
Without hesitation, the officer makes chase. Not an easy feat in the middle of a flash flood.
I had to pick the easiest route that I could take, and obviously I needed to be quick about it.
Yeah, he's still floating. He's west now.
Back at the house, Karen's lost sight of her husband.
Yeah, I thought it was the last time I was going to see him.
Amazingly, Officer Kellogg spots Daniel clinging to another fence.
I was hanging on, and I was thinking to myself, well, this might be it. I may have to let go.
I'm just now reaching him. We're at Vista, just to the west in the wash.
I felt the officer grab me by the wrist. It felt like the hand of God.
All right?
I got a bad knee.
I know.
Wait a minute.
No, I'm just holding on to you.
I'm swallowing a lot of water.
Daniel looked like he was just hanging on. It seems like he was been through a pretty traumatic ride down the water.
From the south side, you're not gonna be able to get to it from the north.
I can maybe stand up.
All right. You good? Okay.
At this moment, Daniel doesn't know that he's broken his ankle.
My foot's killing me.
You're good.
Other rescue teams are trapped the far side of the rapids. So Officer Kellogg pulls the 83-year-old to the relative safety of a nearby house.
We're still in the wash. He's very elderly, so he can only take a few steps at a time. Just take it one step at a time. There's a lot of debris in here.
Luckily, a neighbor spots them and wades in to help.
All right. Go ahead and put your arm around me. There we go.
Christ.
All right. You did very good. I want to
You're breathing, man. Life is good.
Yeah.
I was thirsty, but not anymore. I drank a bunch of that filthy, nasty water. Oh.
Well, I was happy that he was alive.
Daniel survived the town's worst flash flood on record, thanks to the brave work of Officer Kellogg.
I don't think I would have made it without him.
We love Officer Kellogg. We think he's a hero.
Thank God for that metal fence.
You did very good.
I don't think I'm a hero. I think it's just part of the job, and it's just what humans do for each other.
What did you drink? Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, scoot back a little bit.
Yeah.
Want some water or anything?
No, I mean, you got plenty of water. How about some sandwich?
We both feel that we are so lucky that we survived that.
I believe in God, and it wasn't my time. I don't know why he's saving me, but he is.
Flash floods happen for all manner of reasons and cause all manner of chaos. In Guangdong Province, China, an offshore typhoon dumps 3 feet of rain in a day. Power circuits surge with water, farm animals flee the wet markets, and fish are left high and dry, at least allowing the soaked citizens a free dinner. Odisha, India suffers a surprise monsoon, and this Nellie's put her foot in it. The elephant has misjudged a puddle, and now she's out of her depth. Luckily, she comes equipped with a built-in snorkel. Local residents work together to pull her to safety. It's a mammoth effort, but eventually, she's packed her bags and says goodbye. In the Bahamas, Hurricane Dorian ravishes every building on Abaco and hauls seawater through the main town. Many must flee their shelters before they're destroyed, but there's no escape.
Winds at these speeds are way beyond anything that any normal person has experienced. You cannot stand up in these winds. You will either literally be blown off your feet and airborne, or you'll be stricken by flying debris and killed immediately.
Hurricane chaser Josh Morgan spots a glimmer of hope.
As we were pressing the furniture against the windows, you could actually see sunshine coming through the cracks in the shutters, which was kind of weird. And in a minute or two, just like I expected, the wind just died, the rain stopped, and it just totally calmed down. We were in the eye, we were in the exact center of the hurricane.
The door is wedged shut. Oh, here we go.
The eye of the storm offers a slim window of opportunity for people to seek new shelter before the deadly winds return.
She say the baby? Oh my God!
In Gertha Joseph's neighborhood, one house remains untouched by the storm surge. She must save herself and her baby.
Huh?
I cannot swim. So while we jump in the water, and I just kept on kicking my foot, and I'm looking at my baby. I'm like, my baby is sleeping through this. My next door neighbor said, he told us, don't look in the water, because it's definitely sharks. He said, don't look in the water, just swim. Just think about swimming. And everyone just swimming.
Gertha and her baby reach the building unharmed. Josh Morgan finds another government shelter. But John and Titchka weren't so lucky.
In hindsight, getting to higher ground was a good thought with good intentions, but in hindsight, it was not a good idea, leaving the house.
They ride out the rest of the storm in their car. Survivors cram into buildings like sardines, and the hurricane's second half howls through the night.
Please, it's jam up. There's no place to sit, there's no place to stand. This lady house is like full of people. I was holding on to my baby tight. Half of the roof in the living room came down. Jaden opened his eyes. I guess he noticed. He's like, okay, something's still going on. I shouldn't be here. And he went right back to sleep. Everyone, please pray for us.
By morning, the wind subsides, and the sun rises on a different world.
Oh my God, did they just build it? Oh, yeah. It was just disbelief. It was unbelievable.
Over 30,000 people's homes are destroyed, and survivors must queue for days to evacuate the island. It takes a week before Gertha can escape.
When I was on the plane and I was looking down at Abaco, it just looked like someone just like threw a bomb.
I'd never seen anything like it. It looked like a tornado had hit.
Hurricane Dorian carried winds so strong it provoked calls for a new category of super hurricane. It was a natural disaster of the highest order, destroying 13,000 buildings and taking the lives of over 70 people. Disaster relief agencies have given record levels of support, but it's believed the damage is so severe, Abaco will take more than a lifetime to fix. Gertha and Jaden were lucky to have survived.
He's my big blessing. I have this thing where I wake up in the middle of the night and sometimes I catch myself just staring at him and thanking God for him.
wind and water always make waves. Portugal is home to some of the largest swells on Earth and attracts professional surfers from around the world. The reason is because the country's Atlantic coastline is notoriously gusty. One cheeky tourist has caught wind of this fact and deliberately throws his jacket off a cliff. He showed bluster, as he could have lost his coat, but the result is mind-blowing. And when wind-driven waves are stopped in their tracks, the outcome is explosive. On the west coast of Portugal is the town of Nazaré. Offshore is an underwater canyon 3 miles deep. Waves slamming into this mutate into monster swells that crash with back-breaking force. One man who knows this firsthand is big wave surfer Andrew Cotton.
Feeling the energy and, the power of those waves, it's just literally that the ground moves. How heavy those waves break is just amazing.
Andrew has sailed to success surfing the world's deadliest waves.
When I was traveling with friends who were technically far better surfers than I was, seeing as the waves got bigger and the dangers were more or consequences higher, in those situations, my ability shone, and that was the ability to keep calm in situations where a lot of people either don't want to be or maybe would panic. Death's going to happen anyway. That's one guaranteed. It's going to happen to everyone.
November 8th, 2017. An offshore cyclone churns up the Atlantic at 60 miles per hour. In Nazaré, the swells reach 100 feet. Obviously, Andrew is there.
That morning, we checked. I saw a couple of amazing waves. I was excited.
In breaks this big, surfers use sidekicks on jet skis to tow them into position or out of harm's way. Andrew's safety buddy today is fellow surfer Hugo Vau.
The jet skis are really important on big waves as a safety device. Usually we take turns.
It's Andrew's turn to surf, and his third wave of the session is a monster.
This wave came through, it looked like a really good shape. It was going to be like a 50-footer, probably. I decided that, this is the one that was going to be the best wave of my life.
Andrew Cotton.
So I let go of the rope, started going down into the wave. It's the complete opposite to what you would think an adrenaline sport could be. It's it's calculated, it's slow motion. It is the ultimate form of meditation, I suppose. Seconds lasting hours,
At this moment, years of experience tell Andrew something is wrong.
The wave sort of changed shape. It went from the best wave to the worst wave, within milliseconds. I just instantly knew that I was just in possibly the worst place, I'd committed so much that I had no choice. I knew that it was going to be, a heavy wipeout.
To minimize injury, Andrew leaps from his board and is launched into the air like a droplet of water.
That was scary. One of the top wipeouts for sure that I ever witnessed in my life, because it's impressive how the energy of the ocean just ejected him.
It felt like hours of just floating in air. And then it was like I've jumped or fallen onto concrete from just a crazy height. Like hitting concrete, bam.
Bom, o gajo foi projetado, meu.
The forces on Andrew's body are comparable to that of a car crash.
I instantly knew that with that impact that I'd done something serious.
Andrew is completely incapacitated and can't pull the cord to inflate his life vest.
I kind of lost the vision angle, so I realized that it was underwater.
And then I was like, you know, that underwater washing machine.
Andrew surfaced, but he will drown if Hugo doesn't get to him fast.
As I surfaced, I sort of managed to get like a half a breath, and then like another 40-foot wave just came and mowed me down again.
With a break in the onslaught, Hugo grabs Andrew and takes him to the shore.
I remember to look to his face, it was like much more intense than usual. I saw that that was something more than just a wipeout.
Water!
But the foamy wash renders the vehicle almost impossible to control. And before they reach the beach,
his ski flipped and we were so close to the shore. I thought we got like washed. We both got washed in then, and I couldn't walk. I got dragged out by another surfer and a lifeguard.
I saw Cotty laying down, not getting up. I saw, okay, this is serious, you know, because, you know, Cotty is not that guy that complains just for a little thing.
We got the blanket thing.
Andrew has broken his back. And rescuers must get him to a hospital as fast as they can.
Same plane?
Same plane, no back. Just go.
Andrew is rushed to the ambulance. The wave broke Andrew's L2 vertebrae, giving his spinal cord a beating, leaving him unable to walk.
When you love someone and you love your friend, it's always, you know, not good at all to see him suffering. That was kind of scary, you know.
But after 9 months of intensive therapy, Andrew is ready to take his first few steps.
Okay.
Go.
Behind me. Let's go.
Going.
Go. Carly's.
Recording, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Are you?
Yeah. See this guy walking already. He'll be surfing in a blink.
A few steps for a man, but a giant leap for a big wave surfer, who 1 year later is back in Nazaré with a renewed respect for Mother Nature.
It's very humbling, like the ocean's the boss. Experience it, enjoy it, but you're not there to conquer it, you know, like, and if you go in with that mindset of conquering something, like, you can lose very quickly. It's almost been a year, but I'm back in Nazaré, and I'm ready to surf. Come and see how it goes.
In this episode, we've seen how hurricanes can tear apart communities.
Please pray for us.
We've witnessed how flash floods can flip you right off your feet.
Oh, he can't hold on.
And we've experienced how curiosity can potentially kill the kayaker. And next time, there will be more. Because deadly weather stops for no one.